Greetings and peace, everyone. Welcome to the Committed Relationships and Spiritual Activity YouTube channel, where informative information is shared regarding committed relationships, spiritual activity, and also personal development. All three. And I am your host, Neo Askuwetu, or you can say Askuwedu, whichever, and it means he who keeps watch. And throughout my videos, you will see that I am definitely one of the people that keeps watch on what's going on in society, and also not only keeping watch, I take that information, analyze it, and I figure out as many solutions as possible, because I focus on being solution oriented rather being problem oriented, because there's a lot of people who are problem staters, which that does help to a certain extent. But if you're not sitting around utilizing your time to give solutions, then you're kind of like, to a certain extent, some people are they're just time wasters. So it's like on YouTube, I like to see those people that actually try to give some kind of solution, even if it's a little bit, because there's a lot of people who are lost and they definitely can utilize some information that will help them propel themselves forward, even if it means jump starting their mind to start thinking differently and going down a path that is actually beneficial for themselves rather than destructive for themselves. So that is one of my many goals here, my ultimate goal here on the channel. So here we go with my analysis of the public fool system. People call it the public school system, SCHOOL. But me listening to, I think his name is Dr. Dale Jones. He's a book author. Some people call him scholar. He gives lectures at different arenas, different places. Like he did a lot in the 1990s. And he talks a lot about African history and the society, the way society is and how it treats blacks, and a variety of other stuff that he speaks about. But I like his term, the public fool system, FOOL. And I'm going to go with that term throughout this video right here, this recording right here. So what the system does overall, the public fool system, is it does what it can to keep people away from their higher spiritual self and understanding spirituality. Me, when I was watching the movie Flatliners, and I was watching one of the scenes where the children, the students were actually learning from the teacher in that little room with the TV, right? And they were speaking in a greatly analytical way, and it dawned to me, and it was a red flag to me that popped in my head and said that, look, school literally makes people much more analytical than spiritual. And that's why when you see a lot of these analytical people who are scholars, who are doctors, lawyers, biology people, psychology people, and a whole lot of other stuff that come from big schools and even down to little schools, they can't perceive many things spiritual, and they can't even grasp spiritual concepts, even though they went to school and they graduated with honors, or whatever is called, and whatever is at the top. They still can't grasp much things that are spiritual because they're stuck in their analytical mind. And I understand that because that's how I was to a certain extent. But also before I went into high school, I had a spiritual mindset anyways. But the the public school system, what it does, it solidifies an analytical mind. If the person does not have an analytical mind going into it, it'll certainly create pathways inside a person's brain and locking them into the logical aspect of their brain. And that is a huge no-no as far as being a balanced individual. Because being a balanced individual means you're balanced on with both sides of your hemisphere of your brain, allowing you to utilize all of your brain, accessing all of it rather than just your left side logical analytical brain. And that's how a lot of these scientists are. That's why they can perceive things in a spiritual manner. You have scientists, you have lawyers, a lot of psychologists are still analytical and stuck on those terms. That's what they get you stuck on too, those terms. And they make you believe and focus only on your career much more than literally your own life and anything else. So if you look at those people that are in high school and college, in particular college, they're focused solely on everything that has to do with their career, but there's no spirituality that the school is talking about. But yet at the same time, they still call it a university. Nothing about the universe and nothing that actually is going to provide them life skills. There's very little to nothing in school in general, from kindergarten all the way up to your college universities. There's very little to nothing that actually teaches people life skills. And that's why for years I used to wonder, like, how can somebody graduate from college but they're still psychologically immature? They still act like babies. They can't take care of themselves in a mature manner, and a lot of them still, after they graduate, they're still living with their parents. So it goes back to the public school system. School system is actually wasting people's time to a certain extent, unless the person learns how to have the right mindset, grasp what they need to grasp, and then get the hell out of there and still remain psychologically balanced and keep evolving from then on. However, the average person does not go through a personal development process with their parents or caretakers, because most parents are still in zombie mode, so they can't really teach and pass on maturity to the child and having quality, adequate, teaching the child proper, adequate life skills, so that by the time they do get out of any school, whether it be high school or college, they'll be able to live on their own in a mature manner without having to whine and cry back to mommy and daddy. That's in the public school system. It solidifies the employment slavery. It solidifies overall economic slavery in the person's mind. So these are all things that a person has to literally become aware of before entering these schools in general, and also or at least become aware of outside of when they get outside of it, so that they can reprogram their mind so that it can be much more productive and on a higher adequate maturity level, so that they can be self-reliant and self-sufficient overall, and less of a slave and having that slavery mentality. Even if it means going without cash for a little while and being hungry for a few days or a week. As long as you have that water, that is the minimum that your body needs. That is the minimum what your body needs. But the society teaches people that you have to have 3 meals a day, and breakfast is the best course of the day. You know how all that stupid bull crap is. But once you spend time by yourself doing your personal development, you will realize that in analyzing your own body, you will realize that you don't have to eat three times a day. And actually eating 3 times a day is actually terrible for your body. I'm talking about those big meals. You have to give your body time to process that food. So it's like if you're going to eat 3 meals a day, then at least skip eating 1 day a week or more, so that your body can flush that stuff out and process it. But most people don't know this. They're still in zombie mode and they don't understand it. But that's okay. That's why I'm providing this information, to help people start to think on different levels. So to combat that, the public food system, one of my many personal development services is my subliminal video, my variety of my subliminal video service that I provide. And people can get custom videos, or they can get standard videos like my personal development video, subliminal video, money mindset subliminal video, and I also have a super genius subliminal video. Getting those 3 will set a person up to have an adequate mind so that they can be able to think for themselves. And I'm telling you, my subliminals for myself that I have used, the super genius one, which I included a personal development affirmations inside of my own, that has helped me become even more on a higher analytical level. It has greatly enhanced my memory, because your beliefs also help with your brain development, because you have to have certain beliefs that will allow you to access certain areas of your brain often. So you will start, like, your new beliefs will start allowing you to perceive new aspects of your brain that you are naturally supposed to be able to do, but due to society, the way it's built, it doesn't allow people to do that, because it keeps them limited with limiting beliefs. So you have to, in order to expand your consciousness of yourself and of life, you have to expand your beliefs. And you can do that any way you want. There's a variety of ways. There's manual ways and there's automatic ways. It's up to you, whatever you want to decide. I offer the automatic, convenient ways with subliminal videos. You can check out my YouTube subliminal video channel at Neo Oneness Subliminals, and that will be in the description as far as the link, and also the link to my personal development subliminal video. You can check that in the description also. So I just thought that I should go ahead and give you guys quickly my analysis of the public food system. It does not help people to be self-sufficient entrepreneurs and to be mature, psychologically mature adults. That's why there's a lot of people even in their 60s who are still immature, including many of my family members. So I know by example, personal experience, by seeing this. And personal development, starting your personal development process is what is going to help you raise up to a higher psychological maturity level, so that you can be a self-reliant, self-sufficient entrepreneur, and also self-reliant, mature adult that you are supposed to be, at least by the age of 18, if you're not one by even earlier, because there are some people who are mature in their teens, who are much more mature than 60-year-old people. It all depends on the personal development and also spiritual level of the individual. So that's it. I'm going to close it out. Like, comment, and subscribe. And when you hit the subscribe button, make sure that you click the bell button to get email notifications of whenever I upload new videos. Make sure that you check the description section also. Thank you.